In 1864, during the American Civil War, Union soldiers came up with a plan. Not to charge the enemy, not to outflank them, but to blow them up from underground. They dug a tunnel, placed thousands of pounds of explosives, and lit the fuse. What happened next created one of the most chaotic disasters in military history. By 1864, the war had reached a brutal stalemate. Union forces were stuck outside the city of Petersburg, Virginia. Confederate defenses were strong. Trenches stretched for miles. Attacking head-on meant certain death. The Union needed a breakthrough, something unexpected, something drastic. That's when a group of Union soldiers, many of them former coal miners, came up with an idea. They would dig a tunnel directly beneath the Confederate lines. It was risky, it was slow, and many commanders didn't believe it would work. But the men kept digging, day after day, in secret. Eventually, the tunnel was complete. On July 30th, 1864, the explosives were placed, thousands of pounds of gunpowder. The fuse was lit. At first, nothing happened. The fuse had gone out. Volunteers went back into the tunnel, relit it, and ran. Then, the ground erupted. A huge crater blasted into the earth. Men, dirt, and debris were thrown high into the air. It worked. The Confederate line was shattered. The path was open. This was the moment. The Union troops were supposed to move around the crater and push forward. But instead, they charged straight into it. Hundreds of soldiers rushed down into the crater. It was deep, steep, chaotic. They became trapped. No clear way out. No organization. No plan. Confederate forces quickly recovered. They moved to the edge of the crater and looked down into a pit filled with Union soldiers. Then they opened fire. Rifles, artillery, everything. The crater became a death trap. Men tried to climb out but were shot down. Others hid but had nowhere to go. The plan had completely collapsed. The attack failed. Thousands of Union soldiers were killed, wounded, or captured. What started as a brilliant idea ended in disaster. The crater remained a scar on the battlefield, a reminder of how quickly a plan can go wrong. The Battle of the Crater is remembered for its failure. A moment where innovation met chaos, and a victory turned into tragedy. Because sometimes the biggest explosions don't win the battle,